Everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today for our Nexford Virtual Tour. I'm sorry that we waited a few more minutes to get started. We just wanted more attendees to join. So in the meantime, for the 27 attendees that I see with us on the call already, we would love to learn more about you. If you could please tell us more about you. Where in the world are you joining us from today, and which Nexford program do you wish to enroll in?
Parang di
All right. I see a lot of people
A
joining
lot
in
of
on
people
the chat,
joining in
introducing themselves. Let's see. We've got Ayodeji from Nigeria, I believe, and Elijah. Hi, Evans from Nigeria, as well as Kalio, interested in a master's in international business. Jennifer from Nigeria, interested in the MBA program, definitely a popular choice, one that we're gonna talk about a little more today. Ayodeji is from Lagos, Nigeria, and you've applied already to the MSDA program. That's our Master of Science in in Data Analytics. We have Evans interested in MBA in Cybersecurity. Wonderful. Hi, Elikem from Ghana, just enrolled for the MBA in Sustainability Management. Fantastic. Hi, Helen from Kenya. We have Eva from Poland, living in Italy, and you're enrolling into an MBA. Nice to meet you all. Nice to meet you too. We have Musa Alistair from Sierra Leone, Adebayo from Lagos, Julius from Abuja. Wonderful. We've got Silas here from Ghana, enrolling in the MSDT program, and Jackson in the MBA with a specialization in e-commerce. Fantastic. So I see a lot of people have opted for the MBA program, but I'm glad to see a lot of people also are keen to start the MSDA and the MSDT. Fantastic. Hi, Clever from Kinshasa, interested in the MBA program. Hello, Elijah. Teresa from Nigeria, hi. Interested in an MSDT, you've enrolled for February. Fantastic. All right. Okay, guys, I think we've waited long enough and we can get started. All right, I hope everybody can see my screen.
right, right. Screen. Screen.
I'm gonna have to mute the mic here, Patricia, because I can
I have
see,
to
I
mute.
can hear my voice repeating back. So I've just muted you for now. Okay, guys, let's get started. Sorry for the delay here. Okay, I'd love to start by just introducing myself. My name is Mai, and I'm a senior Nexford Application Specialist. I have been with Nexford for more than 5 years now, and during that time, I've spoken with many aspiring learners such as you guys, keen to start their learning journey with Nexford Online, and you've come prepared or perhaps not prepared with your questions, but you want to learn more about Nexford. You want to know how the online learning experience is different from other online university and what kind of value it can bring to your life, whether personal or professional or educational. And that's what we're here to discuss today. And I'm here to answer any questions that you have with the help also of some lovely co-hosts. So we have a faculty member, Dr. Bill Reed, who's with me on the call today. We've also got Patricia, one of our graduates, on the call. So I'd love to introduce him as well. If we can please start with Dr. Bill.
Hello. Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am Dr. Bill. I've been with Nexford coming up now, I guess, 5 years. Excuse me. And I've been teaching online for 25 years. I started in online education when it was called distance learning. Basically, we mailed assignments back and forth to each other. Now we use all the technology that's available. But I live just about 100 kilometers southeast of New York City in the United States. And as I said, I've been teaching. 99% of my work has been online. And I teach what might be some of your first courses when you join, but whatever your schedule is, I might see many of you when you sign up with us. The next hour or so, we're going to answer a lot of your questions and show you just how we do things here at Nexford, which is really cutting edge type technology and extraordinarily easy to use. I think those are important aspects when we're talking about this in such busy worlds we live in now. But anyway, welcome. I'm glad you're here, and I'll be talking to you more in a little while. Thank you.
Fantastic. Great to have you, Dr. Bill. Thank you so much. All right, next I would love to introduce to everybody Patricia joining us. She's one of our Nexford graduates. So if you can please just introduce yourself to everybody, Ifeanyi, and you feel free to tell, sorry, Patricia, and feel free to say more about yourself. And sorry, there's some audio
Good,
complications. Sorry, Patricia. Are you able to fix the audio? Just it seems like something is echoing or creating some disturbance.
is that okay now?
I think it's okay now. Yes.
Okay, good day, everyone, and Happy New Year. Thank you so much for considering Nexford University. I am Patricia Inyang and a graduate of the Advanced Business Foundations Program, an excellent preparation for the core MBA. I encourage you to take the leap. I live in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Enjoy the moment.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Patricia. All right. I'm excited to have you today. With that, let's get started with the rest. All right, so we've gotten introduced, and I just want to let everybody know the rest of the agenda today. So we're going to be talking, or I'm going to be talking rather, more about Nexford University and our programs, and give everybody an overview of the application process, as well as also speak about scholarship opportunities. And then I'll do the virtual tour, which means that I'll be sharing my screen, showing the online learning platform at Nexford, talking about some of the basic features, and finally some of the learner benefits that you get while studying at Nexford University. University, and then we're going to have a Q&A portion at the end. So you will find a Q&A segment or Q&A box in your Zoom application. If you can please go to the Q&A area to drop your questions so that we can answer them live towards the end of the webinar. Sometimes we get a lot of questions, so we also have a Nexford Application Specialist on the call with us today. She'll be helping with your questions, also answering them on chat and on text in the Q&A area. Until we get to the Q&A portion at the end. That is to ensure we can cover as much of your questions as we can. So please, I encourage you not to be shy to ask any questions about the Nexford learning experience and more. And I will be taking those questions at the end. Finally, I want to say that also this webinar is being recorded. So if at any point you need to dash out or you wish to watch a playback later, once it's over, it will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. So please stay tuned for that. All right, let's move forward. So first, let's talk a little more about just Nexford University and why learners choose Nexford. So Nexford is designed for a global audience that are looking to build in-demand skills while earning recognized and accredited credentials. We've reimagined what a modern university experience looks like. We've torn down the walls of the traditional campus, and we've designed a modern learning experience that's 100% online. By leveraging technology, we deliver world-class education at a fraction of the cost of traditional universities. And our programs are future-focused and competency and skill-based, enabling you to build practical skills you will use to get ahead in your career. So more on why learners choose Nexford. There are several reasons. I'd like to cover some of the main ones today. First of all, we're designed for online learning. So Nexford was created as an online university from the very beginning. We didn't start as a traditional university and then moved online. We built everything with the global learner in mind, and we designed our programs specifically for the online space. We're relevant and we're flexible in that we want the skills learners gain to always stay relevant. So we regularly update and we adjust our courses to meet industry. Flexibility is also key. Sorry, I'm hearing some audio here. Let me. All right. Is anybody else hearing that? I think it's gone now, right? Okay. All right, so as I was saying, we want the skills like learners gain to always stay relevant. So we regularly update and we adjust our courses to meet industry needs. Flexibility is also key. Some learners, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna mute. All right. Apologies for that. Let's move forward. So yeah, I was saying that we regularly update and adjust our courses to meet industry needs. Flexibility is key. Some learners finish a course in 1 month while others can take 2 months. I'd love to talk more about the flexible pay structure that we have at Nexford. So learners, there is an average duration for our programs, but you can take more than one course in every term. A term at Nexford is considered to be 2 months. You can take 2 courses in 2 months or finish those 2 courses in just 1 month, and that is how you can go through your program faster. So it's really up to you and your schedule and your ability, but we know everyone learns at their own pace. We're also licensed and accredited. So to confer degrees in the US, in the United States, a university must first be licensed, and Nexford is licensed in Washington, D.C. by the Higher Education Licensure Commission. We're also accredited by the Distance Education Accrediting Commission, which means that we've gone through a rigorous process to meet high standards for quality education. Finally, building connections. So we believe learning should be a community experience. At Nexford, learners connect with each other and with our faculty to create a supportive network. It's about building a global community where everyone can learn and grow together. All right, let's talk a little bit more about accreditation, because I know this is one of the common questions that we get. So I did mention earlier about our license and accreditation. I'd like to expand on that a little more. So to become a university in the US, the first step is to get licensed. And Nexford is licensed in Washington, D.C., like I said, by the HELC, which is the Higher Education Licensure Commission, which allows us to confer degrees. HELC is the same organization that licenses all physical universities operating in Washington, D.C. university, and accreditation is a critical part of the process. It's what gives learners and their families that extra layer of confidence. We went through a rigorous process with the DEAC to meet their high standards, and we earned our accreditation within just 4 years, which is pretty remarkable for a new university. And our degrees are recognized and valued worldwide. The strong foundation lets us continue building new programs to support learners everywhere. And like I said, Nexford is accredited by the DAC, which is also listed by the U.S. Department of Education as a recognized accrediting agency and is recognized by the Council for Higher Education Accreditation, which is CHIA for short. DAC accreditation certifies that Nexford is legitimate and can provide high-quality education that meets U.S. online university standards, and it also means that it'll be easier for you to use your Nexford credentials to enroll in programs at other institutions or transfer credits to another university. Speaking of credit transfer, we do accept credit transfers as well to Nexford University. So let's give a quick overview of our programs. We created our programs with what we call a workforce alignment model. This means our programs are designed to be forward-looking, ensuring that they include the skills employers are actively seeking. And to do this, we not only conduct in-depth research, but also work with a global advisory board. Our advisory board, made up of industry experts, help us identify the most important skills for today's workforce. And we meet with them several times a year to review new programs and suggest updates to existing ones. For example, when we recently revamped our BBA degree program, their insights played a big part in shaping those changes. Our goal has always been to help learners connect with the careers that they want. That's why we offer a range of programs to suit different needs. So for our master's degrees, our flagship program is the MBA, but we've also introduced new programs like the Master of Science in Digital Transformation or Data Analytics or Entrepreneurship. And the MS or the MSc in Entrepreneurship is unique with 16 courses compared to 12 courses in the other master's programs. As for the bachelor's degree, it has 40 courses. Our BBA offers specializations in areas like AI, business analytics, entrepreneurship, and digital marketing, so learners can focus on the fields that matter most to them. And then finally, we have short certificates and individual courses for those that are not ready to commit to a full program. We offer short certificates with just 4 courses that can be completed in 4 to 6 months. 4 to 6 months, and you can even take individual courses if you want to focus on one specific topic. So when designing these courses, we've always had a strong foundation in business, clearly, but over time we've integrated technology and we've emphasized the importance of power skills like communication and teamwork, because having the knowledge is important, but knowing how to connect and work with others is just as critical for success. So let's quickly go through our programs, because I know some of you come to these virtual tours as well with some questions about what these programs entail. I do want to mention that you'll find all the information that you need on our website, including the curriculum, the tuition, the number of courses, the course outlines, more information on the individual courses within the curriculum, and so much more. But so I recommend you go on our website for that. I recommend you reach out to our team or get connected with a Nexford Application Specialist as well via chat or by call, and they'll be more than happy to tell you all that you need to know about our programs and share the brochure with you and much more. So I'll just do a quick overview over these programs before we jump into the virtual tour today and hopefully speak a little more with Dr. Bill and also Patricia. So the MBA, the Master of Science in, the Master in Business Administration at Nexford is a flexible and versatile degree with specializations like AI, cybersecurity, fintech and blockchain, and sustainability. It's designed to build both knowledge and leadership skills for career advancement. It's highly project-based, focusing on real-world applications like creating international market entry strategies that incorporate global financial, economic, and sustainable factors. So who should take an MBA? People who might want to be an analyst, a VP, a managing director, chief operational officer, a CEO. So it's a very versatile degree. And then we have our Master of Science in Digital Transformation. It's another flexible hands-on degree designed to prepare professionals to lead innovation and to drive business value in today's tech-driven world. With specializations also in AI or cybersecurity or innovation and technology management, it equips learners with the skills to solve real-world problems and stay ahead in the rapidly evolving tech landscape. This program is highly project-based, focusing on practical applications like developing AI-driven tools to improve healthcare efficiency and operations. So it's all about learning by doing and applying technology to create real impact. Also, who should take the MSDT? It's ideal for aspiring CIOs, innovation managers, technology strategists, or anyone looking to lead technology enablement in their organization. If you want to drive innovation and transform your organization, this degree is for you. You'll see at the top here, these logos, these are CompTIA certifications. So CompTIA is the world's most trusted certifying body of IT professionals. They are the largest vendor-neutral credentialing program for technology workers. CompTIA has awarded more than 2.5 million certifications in areas such as cybersecurity, networking, cloud computing, and technical support. So the program curriculum includes integrated CompTIA certification preparation courses, such as Network Plus, Security Plus, and Project Plus, which become accessible after reaching the halfway point of your program without any extra charges. So these courses can be accessed through both Canvas, our learning management system, and my NXU platforms. And hopefully, once we get to the virtual tour part, you'll see Canvas a little later on. So our Master of Science in Data Analytics, you'll see that you also have the opportunity here to earn a CompTIA certification, adding even more value to your learning experience. It's called Data Plus, and more on the MSDA. Data is at the core of everything that we do, and this program is designed to equip learners with the essential skills needed to thrive in today's data-driven world. You'll gain expertise in machine learning, data visualization, modeling, and mining, while also covering important topics like law, ethics, and how to communicate effectively. Throughout the program, you'll work on projects like creating data visualization narratives that help guide strategic decision-making and transforming complex data into compelling reports and stories. All right, finally, the Master of Science in Entrepreneurship, our MSE. It's a dynamic and forward-thinking program, and it's designed for both aspiring entrepreneurs and those looking to lead or scale already established businesses. It covers essential skills like product design, marketing strategy, and scaling an organization, along with innovative seminar courses that focus on soft skills such as communication and leadership. Students will work on practical projects, including building a product roadmap that connects business strategy to commercial success. This program is perfect for anyone looking to enhance their strategic insight, leadership abilities, and overall effectiveness as a business leader. Okay, let's move on to our undergraduate degree. So we have our Bachelor of Business Administration, our BBA degree program. It has been redesigned, as I mentioned earlier today, to be even more flexible for learners. So we know many people out there have already taken some courses or gained skills. So we allow you to transfer up to 50% of your credits into the program. This way, you don't need to retake classes for skills you already have. While bachelor's degrees typically take 4 years, at Nexford you can often finish in 3, even less than that perhaps 28 months. And we're really excited about how these changes make earning a degree more accessible and more practical. There are 40 courses you need to complete in the BBA, and you can earn up to 4 specializations. So we have certain tracks that can allow you to combine certain courses within the BBA curriculum, which means that you can graduate with a certain combination of courses with up to 4 different specializations if you're interested in 4 different areas. All right, let's quickly talk just about the admissions process at Nexford. First of all, scholarship opportunity. I know we get common questions about this, so I want to talk more about this for everybody. We do offer scholarships for our learners all around the world. Eligible applicants can apply for a partial scholarship depending on the program that you're applying for. And you still must meet the admission requirements for the chosen Nexford program. So the eligibility is that you have to first get successful admission into your chosen program. So you need to apply. We'll be talking about how to apply and the admission requirements in the next slide. But after that, you need to also fill a scholarship form. We have a link for that. You fill the scholarship form. Should you be successful, you should get the approval from our scholarships team. And our scholarship opportunities are only applicable to our master's degree programs as well as our Bachelor of BBA, our BBA degree program. So admission requirements. For our degrees, applications for enrollment into Nexford degree programs is going to be reviewed by our admissions team. And in most cases, we require submission of official transcripts sent from a learner's previous learning institutions. You can apply with an unofficial transcript if you have a copy at hand, but we will consider the transcript official only after your previous school sends it directly to Nexford, but we allow you up to 60 days from your chosen program start date to provide that. So you can start your program already, for example, on February 1, and then you'll have 60 days from that date to provide the official transcript from your previous school. For certificates and courses, we offer direct registration, which means learners submit the required documents, which is outlined below. We'll cover that next. And then you can complete your registration and payment online to get started immediately. So it's a little different from degrees. So no matter what you're applying for, whether it's a short certificate or a single course or a degree, all applicants must provide the following documents: a government issued identification. So this can be your passport, it can be your national ID card, it can be your voter's card, it can be a birth certificate along with a photo. So we do need a passport quality photo, an official transcript, like I mentioned earlier, official record of your prior education, and then finally English proficiency. So if you graduated from an institution where the main language of instruction was English already, then your transcript will suffice. That will be enough. Just provide your transcript, and through that, you should be able to tell your English proficiency. If you do not have that, we do have different types of English tests that we recommend that you can take and provide. We also give you up to 60 days to provide this along with the official transcript. So you can get started right away, and that will not delay you starting your program at Nexford. So for degrees, for our Master of our MBA and our MSDA, we need a bachelor's degree from an accredited university in a business or related field. If it is not business related, then you will be required to take a business fundamentals course prior to degree enrollment into the MBA. If it's not business related, your bachelor's degree, you'll be required to take a statistics course prior to degree enrollment for the MSDA. And for our MSDT, you need a bachelor's degree from an accredited university in IT, business, or a related field. If you do not have this, then you'll take a Foundations of Digital Transformation course prior to your degree enrollment. For the MSE, all we need is a bachelor's degree from an accredited university. And then for our undergraduate program, we need a high school diploma or a general education development certificate, a GED, or an equivalent exam such as a HiSET or a TASC, and valid copies of your official diploma and transcript in English. Finally, for certificates and courses, for graduate level ones, a bachelor's degree, just a bachelor's degree from an accredited university. For the undergraduate, just a high school diploma or GED or the equivalent. If you have further questions about this, please drop them in the Q&A. A reminder for anybody who may have just joined, this webinar is being recorded, and we will be hearing from Dr. Bill, a faculty member at Nexford University, as well as a Nexford graduate, Patricia, with us on the call. We welcome your questions, so please drop them in the Q&A section so we can answer them towards the end of the webinar. All right. Okay, we're very close to showing the virtual tour here, guys, and speaking a little more with our co-hosts today, but let's just cover the very basic information of the application process at Nexford. An online application can take as little as 5 minutes. The great thing is you can start your application at any time at apply.nxu.nexford.edu, and once you start your application online, if you're not ready to finish it in one go, you can always save your progress and exit and come back later and continue from where you left off. I just recommend before you start our application, just review our admission requirements very well so that you make sure you have all the documents and information at hand required for the program that you're applying for. You need to pay a mandatory one-time $25 application fee. And then you submit your application. It can take 1 to 2 days for our admissions team to review your application. The only time that you might find a delay on your application at Nexford is if there's some discrepancy in the documents, like your names are different between your identification, form of identification, and your transcripts, for example. or something wasn't valid, or you have documents that need translating, we do offer in-house translations. So there are a few things that might delay your application, but if everything is clear and you follow the admission requirements as per our website for the program that you're applying for, you can even receive a same-day decision. Once you receive, hopefully, a successful application decision from our admissions team, you need to then move on to the enrollment stage of your application or registration into Nexford, which is to confirm your enrollment. You go back online, you sign the enrollment agreement, you select a start date, and you pay at least the first month of your tuition program for the program that you've chosen. And select a start date. It can be up to 3 months later. You can start your program, so you can get enrolled today. And normally people do this if they want to benefit from our monthly scholarship offers that are time limited. So we have scholarship offers until the end of this month. If you wish to secure a scholarship offer, then you can get enrolled within this month. And if you're not ready time-wise or for any reason to start your program right away, but you want to benefit from the scholarship, you can get enrolled this month and choose to start your program up to 3 months later. So that means you can start on not February 1, you could do March 1, or you could do April 1. And you'll see at the bottom here, it says confirm your enrollment by January 29. That should be 2025, sorry guys. So by the 29th of this month, that means up until tomorrow, that is your last chance to join the February 1 intake. So if you wish to start your program as soon as February, you need to make sure to complete your application and your enrollment on or before tomorrow. Finally, let's just talk about positive learner outcomes at Nexford University. So we did a survey late last year for our graduates, our alumni, and I want to state that 96% of our alumni recommend, 98% of our alumni recommend Nexford University, 96% are employed full-time across global companies, 80% received a promotion within just 18 months, and 54% within a year got a salary increase, earning up to 75% more. 77% have workplace alignment in that their degree skills truly matched their career goals. 84% are now in leadership roles, from managers to C-suite. We've got 74% and innovation sectors employed in ICT, finance, and operation sectors. So we can't wait till we see how Nexford also changes your career journey. All right, let me start sharing our learning management system with everybody. I see we've got some questions already as well answered from my colleague in the background. That's fantastic, guys. Please keep the questions coming. We're excited to hear more from you. So it's neat. Just with a show of hands, I'd love to get information from our participants today. If you can just confirm you can see my screen right now. That I know you guys are alert. All right, we've got our first person here, Olalade. Thank you for confirming. We've got Flora. Okay. And Jackson as well. Okay, fantastic. Thanks, guys. So I assume everybody can see my screen. So what you're currently looking at is the main dashboard of our online learning platform at Nexford. The learning management system that we use is called Canvas, and it is a very user-friendly platform. We'll be talking about some of the basic features today. So once you get enrolled at Nexford, you get access to this online platform. So you have to complete your application, complete your enrollment, and get your login credentials through which you're going to be able to access our online platform. If you get enrolled early, then you get early access to our online platform, as well as all of the learner benefits that we're going to cover later today. So this applies for the desktop version. Of course, everybody needs a laptop to be able to study at Nexford, but we also have a mobile application. It's called Canvas Student. Also very user-friendly. It's quite fully functional in that you can access your courses, you can check your grades, you can do some assignments, you can get connected with learners, send them messages, faculty members as well. It's great if you want to study on the go or check your programs or do a little studying before you go to bed and so on. It's a great option to have. And like I said, it's super user-friendly. And of course, it's not just for Android users. If you have an iPhone, you can also download Canvas Student. But just like the desktop version, you can only access your program once you get enrolled at Nexford. So everybody's welcome to download it today, but you're not going to be able to access Nexford University until you get enrolled first. So we're back in the main dashboard here. These boxes represent either courses that you're enrolled in at Nexford or a resource you always have access to, such as the Writing Lab. So I want to start talking about the NXU Orientation. NXU stands for Nexford University, and the orientation course is a short course that you're going to be required to complete once you get enrolled at Nexford. It can take you as little as 30 minutes to complete. It's sort of your welcome package once you get enrolled. It tells you everything that you need to know about the online platform, how to navigate through it. You'll get access to the different university policies and access academic resources and services, and then get tips and tricks on how to succeed in online learning. So if we go to the module section here, you'll see there are only 4 modules, module 1, 2, 3, and 4. And like I mentioned, it's just all about getting you well acquainted with the online platform and the Nexford learning experience. All right. Sorry, guys, if anyone has their mic on, I would appreciate if you just mute it, just because there's some echoing here. All right. So right from the beginning, everybody gets a welcome video from our founder and our CEO, Fadl Tarzi, where he tells everybody more about Nexford and Nexford's mission and how we got started. So I'd love to play this for everybody just for a few seconds.
It's been said that the future is a convenient place for dreams, so why not dream big? I've always known education changes lives, but I first realized its impact over a decade ago. On my entrepreneurial journey, I saw a gap between the skills of college graduates and the needs of employers. With my own startups, I struggled to find people with the right competencies. For example, I couldn't find a software engineer with effective communication skills. I couldn't find the creative designers who could plan. I thought to myself, is this why unemployment stats of college graduates grab so many media headlines? And it's not a graduate's fault. Burdened by heavy debt, cohorts of learners walk away from university unprepared for the workplace. That's why I set out to create a university for you, one that I'm convinced has the potential to positively impact lives as well as millions worldwide. I'm Fadl Al-Tarzi, and I can proudly say that I'm the founder and CEO of Nexford University. Expect.
All right, guys, that's just a sneak peek. Hopefully you can watch it in its entirety once you get enrolled at Nexford. But I do want to say that this video right here is a small example of the different and dynamic elements through which you're going to be doing your studying at Nexford. So it's not just going to be a lot of text. We don't want our learners falling asleep. So you're going to find videos like these embedded within your modules, within your courses. You're going to find a mix of videos like these, embedded audio clips. You'll find downloadable resources, interactive exercises to keep learning experiences fresh and dynamic. There's always something to keep you engaged. And for any video, there's a written transcript that you can download, which can be super useful for the content of the modules within your program. And you'll see from the beginning, we recommend or we encourage learners to join WhatsApp study groups. It's very useful to have a study buddy from the beginning of your program. And, since we have learners from more than 110 countries around the world today, that means you can join WhatsApp groups that are country specific, program specific, or intake specific. also have the option to get connected with a peer mentor. Peer mentors are current Nexford learners that are dedicated to making you feel welcome and helping you get settled in the new learning environment. So you can book a session with the available peer mentors that are ready to help you. You can also reach out to our success team so they can match you with a dedicated peer mentor. I'll talk a little bit more a little later on about who the success team is. As you progress through the orientation course, you'll see that we give you a prompt to introduce yourself to the Nexford community. So there are discussion forums embedded within each course at Nexford. Normally, these discussion forums are used to spark, vibrant discussions with other learners about course content, and that way your learning is a shared experience. But for the NXU Orientation course here, we're just encouraging you to introduce yourself at least for the first time to the Nexford community in the cohort that you've joined with. You can tell them as little or as much as you want to tell other learners, what brought you to Nexford University, why you're excited, more about your educational or work background. Some people like to share a link to their LinkedIn profile and so on. Of course, I am not a Nexford learner. This is just a demo account, so you'll see that the topic is closed for comments at the bottom here, but normally at the bottom is where you can see people posting in the discussion forum, and you can engage with other learners and comment and have a discussion with them and so on. And that's just one of the many ways you can communicate and interact with other learners. And then you get access to the important policies and resources at Nexford. You get access to the knowledge base, the Learner Success Resource Center, and the policies, and you'll know everything you need to know to succeed. And then more on the Nexford learning experience, just like what we're doing today. You'll get an overview of the dashboard and the online platform and how to navigate through it, how to access your courses, and you'll have full control over the types of notifications that you receive in your account area. And then finally, you'll know how to get help at Nexford. One of those ways, of course, is getting connected with a success advisor. So our success team is comprised of success advisors that serve sort of as your coach or mentor throughout your Nexford program. They're there to help you succeed. There's almost 24/7 access to contact them, whether that's on WhatsApp or scheduling a one-on-one 1-hour session or call with them, or sending them an email. They're always there to help you. Sometimes you'll find that success advisors reach out to you before you even think of reaching out to them, because they are tracking your progress. They can tell if it looks like you're falling behind in your studies, or perhaps you're struggling a little bit. Whichever the case, they check in on you and they're there to help you succeed. You can, of course, always get connected with the peer mentor that we mentioned earlier today. We have FAQs you can go through, and if it's a technical difficulty instead, you can get connected with our tech team or our IT support team. So that is the NXU Orientation, guys. It's just an overview. Like I said, it's a short course that can be completed in not so much time. And then next, I want to talk about one of our different programs. Let's see, one of our actual programs, which is, for example, our Leadership and Organizational Development course over here. It's one of our MBA degree program courses, our early on courses there. And I want to show you that the modules are set up to have 6 modules. So that is the standard setup or design rather for our programs at Nexford. You'll find 6 modules as well as a final project. So for any course that you're enrolled in or due to start in, if you ever want to find out who is the teacher teaching this course, the faculty member, just go to the people section. And normally you'll find here, this is also where you can find all the learners that are enrolled in the course with you. Again, I'm not an expert learner. This is a demo account, which is why you're only seeing my name here. But normally you would see a long list of other learners enrolled in the course with you. You can click on them, find their contact information, get connected. Just look at the column of role to find whether or not they're a student or a teacher, and then just look for teacher, and you can find also the contact information of the teacher or professor. And that way you can get connected with them before you even start your course if you want. So I'd like to say that the professor actually for this course is Dr. Bill Reed, who's with us on the call today. So I'd love to give the mic to you here, Dr. Bill, if you could tell everybody a little bit more about this course. And I would love especially if we covered, the more about assignments and the grading rubric and so on.
Sure, Mai, thank you. Sure. This is a real course you're looking at, and it is usually, as Mai said, one of the ones you might face early on if you're in the MBA program. And to get right to it, this is easily laid out. You can see towards the right there where it says Home Syllabus Module. That's all the information you would need. And I'd really like to spend a lot of time in that assignment tab just to show you what a typical assignment would look like and how what I believe is highly manageable from a student's perspective. A lot of work has gone into the design of these type of programs. A lot of experience has gone into these to set them up so that they are user-friendly to the learners and faculty, I would add. A typical course is 6 modules, as you see here, and they do have dates on them just because we do have to know where everyone is. That's part of the accreditation requirements. And the typical example here of Module 2, it is the overview, the scenario, and then the instructions. Each module would be set up this way. And you would see the assignment listed, what you have to do here. In this case, you're going to be analyzing whatever the situation is, and it gives you the points that you should follow to provide in your response to this particular assignment. There's also usually some tips on the bottom, how many pages we're looking for, what sort of information we would like you to learn. Now, to help you do that, many times people feel intimidated by doing it this way online. This might be the first time you'll ever be using your computer for a real live situation instead of searching out tickets or weather or something like that. And to do that, Nexford does take an extra couple of steps here to help you along. And one of them is what we call the grading rubric. And if you could go to that, Mai, I would help you. You know, we ask you to do an assignment and we look for certain things. Well, what are those things? And here we created a rubric. This is available for each assignment. And we tell you what a great score is going to look like. You'll see where it's there under ratings and basic requirements, the first line. An A grade would get you the first box, the second one, and so on right across. Each criteria, we have anywhere from 4 to 6 or 7 criteria for each assignment. And this is as simple as I can put it. This is your roadmap to learning this assignment. We describe in each of these boxes and each criteria what we're looking for. What sort of requirements are we looking for? What should the content look like? What do we want you to address? Then we go to how do you how do you organize your paper and so on. This is one of the most helpful tools that are here for you to use. And in my courses, right off on the first day, I remind people that this is here for you to use and to help you. This is how we point you in the direction where we want to make sure you absorb the important information. And on all the assignments, I should say mostly all the assignments, the final one is about writing clarity and quality. When you're coming into a program, whether it be the bachelor program or the master's, you go through this, you learn. Well, when you learn it, part of the learning experience is to present your answer in a certain way. So we use writing standards that are basically acceptable around the world in the business community, because this is a business degree in this case. And we show you how to write it. We have writing support areas and so on. Do not feel intimidated if you're not a good writer yet. You will be when you finish these programs. The guidance is usually very strong. We have help in this area. The professor is your first line of help, and he or she can easily point you in the right direction to find information on this. One of the things you learn most of all, and that is not written here in the rubric, is you learn a lot about yourself. You learn how you can exceed what you thought you couldn't do. You learn about the materials that you thought you'd never understand. This is not over the top for most people. All you have to do is provide your time. We provide the information, you provide the time and effort. And when you put them together in a successful program, you end up with a good degree. More importantly, you learn the knowledge about that degree, whether it be whatever degree you're in, and the MBA or the MS degrees, and you learn that you can do more than you thought you did. Now, we have a lot more I could say here, but I think that I wanted to show you this as the important part, that Not only do we ask you the right questions, we show you how to get the right answers so that you can succeed. This is a success-based program. We're not here to fail you. We're here to see that you promote yourself and learn more so that you can move ahead and you can get that better job, get that pay increase that Mike talked about earlier, which you can see from those numbers we're pretty successful at doing. And then you can move ahead in your world. You know, and let me address the other side of this. Some people do the degree, not that they're ever going to use it, but they just feel better about learning something new and staying up to date on the materials that are out there. So I'll turn this back to Mai. I'll be here later for some questions and answers, hopefully answers. And I'll see you in a few minutes then, but thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Dr. Bill. That was very insightful. While I have you on the line, I guess I do want to ask you, because it's my understanding that learners at Nexford can, have live sessions with faculty members twice a month. I'd love to hear from you more about these monthly live sessions and how exactly they operate.
Sure. In each class, we have announcements. In the announcements, we post the time and date of the open session. They are held twice a month. They last, every student is invited. Some people are comfortable with where they are, what they know, and how to do things, and they may not attend. I suggest you always attend because other people can ask questions that you can benefit from. There's not a real agenda. Generally, I mean, I'll have some things to cover and mention that I see going on in the last couple of weeks, what people are strong about and weak about. But this is a time when you can bring your questions and your concerns to the professor and to the group, and you can all ask questions and go on. It's informal. There's no grade. You don't get a better grade by being there. We don't take anything away if you don't go there. This is strictly for your support and help. And I encourage people to use this opportunity because we have great discussions in those areas. Aside from that, in my classes, I also offer, and I think most professors would offer a one-on-one type session where if you're really stuck on a particular problem, in your case, we can set up a time. And this, again, it's right in the course. You can click a button and set an appointment with your professor for a 15-minute session to just cover something that's really bothering you or something you're just lost on. Happens to everybody. And we can cover it directly. That is available to you. I do anywhere from some weeks are slow, 2 or 3. Other weeks I do 8 or 10 or 12, depending on the need of what you have. I think the point is, if you have a question, we have a way to get you an answer just about any way you want to do it. We have email, we have text, we have conversations, we have these meeting sessions, we have the one-on-ones and the general built-in material in the course. So I guess the bottom line to all this is we have very open communication and you shouldn't have to wait long for an answer if you're held up on something.
Amazing, amazing. That's very reassuring. Everybody take notes, I'm happy to hear that. And definitely it sounds like there's a lot of, interaction and communication with faculty members as well, which is, super useful, definitely for the learner experience. All right, thank you so much, Dr. Bill. I can see that we've got Dr. Ifeanyi, who joined earlier today. I think we didn't get a chance to have you introduced to our audience today. So if you don't mind, Ifeanyi, if you can just introduce yourself to everybody, tell everybody a little bit more about yourself and the Nexford program that you studied and perhaps what you do.
All right. Good.
Sorry, Ifeanyi, I think there's some connection issue. It's a bit choppy.
Everybody from here, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, my name is. Is it better now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I think it's better. I think it's better now.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. I will just go right into it. If you would ask me to describe Nexford with one word, I would say Nexford is the future. And if you ask me for another word, I would say that Nexford is transformational. I joined Nexford in 2020. I studied the MBA program, specialized in e-commerce. And one thing that attracted me to Nexford was the large research deep research Nexford had done, studied over 100 years of research, invested over 10,000 organizations studied. Nexford came with a future-focused framework for learners, right? So that you learn the skill-based knowledge that can help you become better in your future. And that's the future that I'm enjoying currently, right? Moved upwards in my career, built a personal brand, very thriving brand, became, a global voice for education. So there is so much for you to do. Another thing that is very outstanding about Nexford is we are glad to be, a global community of highly connected and networked professionals, and that is what you leverage when you come here. Think of it of what you gain when you gain admission into Stanford or Harvard, or some of the names that you can think about. Exactly that's the experience you will have by when you connect with or learn here. So it's been a very, very transformational journey for me, a journey that has taken me into rooms, into boardrooms, into places that I'd never imagined. Currently, I lead a global team in healthcare for a global bank here in Nigeria. And a lot of such opportunities are also, coming to me. And it's because of all of the things, some of the skills, all of the transformational knowledge that we gained from Nexford and keep gaining from connecting. Thank you. Hope you heard me, Mai.
Yes, we heard most of it. I think there were a few parts just it was a little bit choppy, but I hope everybody was able to hear
Hello,
most
Mai,
of
are
it.
you there? Did you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me? Sorry, Ifeanyi, I think there's still some network issues on your end, but we were
Yeah, I can hear
able
you. I can hear you.
to hear most of
Loud and
that. So if anybody has any questions as well for Ifeanyi, please drop them in the Q&A section or the Q&A box, and we can get to them at the end of the webinar. I know we're running over a little bit today, so thank you all the participants that are still on the call with us. Like I mentioned, this webinar is being recorded, so you can watch a playback once it's up on our YouTube channel. We're gonna wrap up very soon, so within 15 minutes or so. So please, stay with us and let's move forward. So I do want to ask a question here to Patricia. If you can also just tell us more about your motivations to enroll in Nexford when you enrolled in 2023. What was your motivation joining then, and how do you feel about it today?
Hello, everyone. Mai, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. What motivated me to enroll in Nexford was one, it was an online program. They offered online programs. And I wanted something that would fit into my busy life. Then secondly, I heard from past learners. I got positive.
Sorry, the screen and audio has paused, Patricia. Are you able to do anything
Can
about
you
the
hear me?
internet? I think we lost you for a few seconds. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Yes, we can hear you now, Patricia, and your your video is moving again. So please please continue. Okay, sorry guys. It looks like we lost Patricia. Apologies, guys. It looks like for our learners or graduates today, having some network connection issues. So just to save time here, guys, I think I'll start sharing my screen again, and then hopefully while they find a solution for the network issues, we can get back to our learners a little later on. So back to our main dashboard here, I want to quickly wrap up some of our learner benefits for everybody as promised. So we're back in the main dashboard here. You'll see in the left side navigation pane. This follows you no matter where you go in the online platform, as you can see. And through this, you get, of course, an overview of the courses that you're currently enrolled in. If you click on history, you also get an overview of the last pages that you accessed in an online platform, useful for if you're studying and you want to jump between different areas and so on. We've also got here calendar. So let me show you quickly the calendar. You'll see that there are items automatically added in your calendar depending on the courses that you are enrolled in. You can play around with your view, the filter here, just if you want to plan and plot and get organized. You can of course click anywhere and add your own event or add your own to-do item. You can click on more options to flesh that out a little bit more with more details, add frequency to that event or reminder or so on. And of course, it can be synchronized with your PC or your laptop or your mobile phone. That way you never miss out on any important reminders. And you'll see these are color coded, which is something that you can play around with from the main dashboard here, just by clicking on these three dots, select different colors. You can even do a color overlay. These are just some fun features on Canvas that I know can be beneficial for some learners. It can help them get organized. And then inbox is one of the easiest ways you can communicate with fellow learners or faculty members. So if at any time you want to send a message, let's refresh here. If you want to send a message to a learner or a faculty member, let me reopen it. All right, so you open the inbox section here. Of course, this can be accessed on your mobile phone as well. As I mentioned earlier in the webinar today, just compose a new message and select the course that you're enrolled in. For example, Roadmap to Success. Select a student or teacher. So again, I'm not an expert learner, so this is a demo account, but normally you would have access to students and teachers depending on the course that you're enrolled in. And you can select any learner that's enrolled in the course with you. Of course, I'm only given the option to message myself here, put a subject and a message and send. And it is that easy to communicate with fellow learners or community or faculty members. Okay, let's talk now about the learner benefits as promised. You'll see that the writing lab is always in your dashboard here. It's a resource you always have access to. What is the writing lab? We know that learners, aren't always natural born writers, and for the types of assignments you're going to be required to do with Nexford, there might be formatting you're not used to using. Perhaps you need help with your academic writing or your research skills. So you can just access the module section here to learn more about the writing lab. All right, and you'll see that these are some papers. There are also some videos that you can access. And this is where all of this is going to help elevate your writing. And you can get access to expert guidance through all of these resources over here. You can master the latest techniques for ethical AI use in research and content creation, ensuring that your assignments shine. You'll get tips and tricks on English grammar, paragraph structure, and so on. And again, you can always reach out to a success advisor for further help. Back in the main dashboard, you'll see a link here to the NXU library. So the NXU library is a robust library of over 60 million resources. It covers so many different topics, as you can see here. So you can explore our extensive online library packed with thousands and thousands of databases, articles, and publications, ebooks, news articles. They're all accessible anytime, anywhere, at no additional cost. So this is already included in your Nexford tuition. It's a great research tool for you to utilize while you're studying at Nexford. And then we have LinkedIn Learning. So if you haven't heard of LinkedIn Learning, it is connected to LinkedIn, and it is also included in your Nexford tuition. As a Nexford learner, you get free and unlimited access to over 16,000 LinkedIn Learning courses and videos. Normally, you need a paid subscription for it, but with Nexford, it's already included in your tuition, and it does not have to be related to the Nexford program that you're studying. That's a great thing about it. If you're studying data analytics and you have an additional interest in marketing, for example, you can take some marketing courses on LinkedIn, and any course that you take, you get a certificate of completion that you can add to your CV or your resume. It's a great way to show your current employer or your future employer that you're gaining new skills, you're leveling up, you're sharpening the skills that you have. You can add it, like I said, to your CV or your resume. So you're boosting your resume and you're accelerating your career growth. So that is one of our many career services at Nexford. If you want to learn more about how we help you with your career, you can check out nexford.edu/career on our website, and you'll see LinkedIn Learning over here, as mentioned earlier today. And if you're based in Africa, you also get access to IBM Digital Nation Africa, or IBM DNA for short, and it's for those that are more interested in programming or cybersecurity or AI. And then we have Forage. So Forage is already a free resource, but we partnered up with them so that you can get access to free job simulations, but at real companies like JP Morgan and Accenture. You'll see they vary in difficulty level and the amount of time that it takes to complete these virtual job simulations. Once completed, you also receive a certificate of completion that you can add to your CV or your resume, as you can see here. So like I said, it's already a free resource, and it complements the learning that you're already doing at Nexford. And you can even choose to share your task submissions with recruiters, which is amazing. So this is very, very beneficial. I know I've heard a lot of good feedback as well from those who have taken sort of these rigorous job simulations at Nexford. All right. That about sums up the online learning platform, as well as the different learner benefits that you get at Nexford. So I think we're wrapping up here, meaning that we can start taking Q&A very soon. I thank the attendees still on the call with us. It's fantastic to still see about 35 attendees on the call. Please bring your, please continue to drop your questions. That would be amazing, so we can answer them soon live. Feel free to direct questions as well to Dr. Bill or Ifeanyi or Patricia, if you have any for our graduates as well. So I know we're having some technical difficulties with the network here, Patricia and Ifeanyi, but I hope you're able to, do something with your network because I want to ask you some more questions for our audience today. If I can start with, Ifeanyi, if you could just talk more about how you would say your Nexford program has changed your life so far.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I think I would do without the video just to manage the bandwidth. All right.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. For how Nexford has impacted me, I think my journey into becoming a leader started from when I finished from Nexford. Started from the point where I enrolled into Nexford. I had grown, from being a person who was literally confused about what to do about what to do, about what career path to follow, to somebody who has now become very clear and become very influential in the industry where I'm focused. Started from an engineering background and witnessed what Nigeria could do to any young graduates. If you know the Nigerian story, you will know that more than 55% of graduates here unemployed, and it keeps going up. The numbers keeps increasing every day, right? But discovering Nexford created a pathway for me to grow out of that. And I have a lot of stories on the internet, on social media, that has shown, how I've grown, the grass to grace story, things that had happened over time, across all the industries I participated in after leaving Nexford, and also being a part of the global network. So I would say my life has been transformed. I've walked into boardrooms, into rooms that my connection, I would say it is only because of my connection with Nexford University. Just in December, I was invited to become a mentor as part of the mentor community in the renowned Tony Elumelu Foundation. And I would tell you, it's been very exciting because Tony himself has been, a mentor from afar, and I've kept saying, I want to connect with him, and it is only because of the platforms that Nexford has given to us. So Nexford will not just give you knowledge, Nexford will also allow you to access platforms. And some of these platforms are the platforms that Mai had shared just a while ago with us, right? So it's a place where you come in and you would be exposed to a lot of tools, digital tools, a lot of, you have access to a lot of materials that will now equip you to become better and be able to position yourself better in society. And then you can go on to access, and you are open to accessing better opportunities, right? So if you are looking to grow your career, if you are looking to become an influence within your industry, if you are looking to get promoted, if you are looking to even start a company, start a business, or build an organization, Nexford is the right place to be, right? I've also long gone started a brand and started a company, and thriving on both sides, right? So I welcome every new person on board, every prospective learner. You are welcome to join us. We have a robust support community, and as you can see, we are ready to support every one of you. All right, thank you, Mai. I hope you got all what I said. Thank you.
I did. Thank you so much for that, Ifeanyi. I hope that was also very insightful for all of the attendees. So thank you so much. Okay, let me ask Patricia here, and I also hope, perhaps if you need to turn off your camera, if the network is not great as well, we can do that. But I do want to ask you also if you could just tell everybody, your final advice for current and aspiring learners at Nexford.
Thank you so very much, Mai, for this wonderful opportunity. My final advice to prospective learners is to be focused, understand your why, the reason why you are enrolling, and remember that challenges are part of the process. Hence, feel free to ask for support when you need. With the right mindset and commitment, you will thrive. Nexford University offers quality education. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that, Patricia. I'd like to ask the same question to Ifeanyi, if you can also just tell everybody your final advice for current and aspiring learners.
All right, thank you so much, Mai. So my advice would be just go for it. When I see good things, I jump right into it. I don't delay and don't give yourself excuses because you would really have 1,001 excuses not to begin or not to take this opportunity, to jump right into your next level, right? I want to assure you that you are in the right place and you've made the right decision. And when we meet again, I trust me, you would be able to say, "Oh, I think I'm convinced now that I made the right decision," right? Nexford would stretch you. Nexford would allow you to grow. Nexford would expand your capacity to manage things, especially in this future that we are, where AI and the digital space is where you need to be in. Nexford will give you those skills to scale whatever you are doing and to become, more skilled in terms of AI and being digitally aware. Right. So welcome on board and congratulations as you go on this journey. Thank you. Thank you, Mai.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ifeanyi. Thank you so much for your time as well today. So I know we are tight on time today, unfortunately, but I believe we got to everybody's questions, except for 2 here that I'll answer live. So in the meantime, just to remind everybody that we are taking questions. Here we go. And let me see the questions remaining in our Q&A area over here. I see a question from Esther Michael, who says, how long does it take to complete an MBA program at Nexford? So the average duration for an MBA is 18 months, but you can finish in 12 months. You can even finish in 10 months. And that is based on a few things. It's based, of course, on your capacity and your ability to take more than one course at the same time, up to 2 courses every 2 months, or maybe up to 2 courses in 1 month. And that can allow you to finish faster. So that depends on your own personal pace, as well as, the time that you have and so on. And I say that because, when people ask me how many hours do I need to dedicate to study in a week, some people might only need 10 hours. Some people might need 20. So what you can complete in 1 hour may be different than what another learner can complete in 1 hour. So there are, while you can finish faster, there are fixed deadlines, of course, for assignments and project submissions that you need to adhere to complete your program. But the average duration for a single course at Nexford, the maximum completion time for a single course of 6 modules is 2 months. You have 8 weeks to complete every course, which is honestly more than enough time that learners often need, which is why a lot of learners are able to take more than one course at the same time and finish that course in less than 8 weeks. So that's just some of the things that can make you finish faster at Nexford. And to explain the average duration, when we say average duration at Nexford, because it is definitely not fixed. There's a maximum time, yes, but it's not fixed in the sense that you can finish faster or slower. I want to add that, what might add to your MBA completion time as well is if you have to take a business foundations course in case your bachelor's degree is not in a business related field, but also not necessarily will that make you finish slower, because you might take a business foundation course, but your capacity and abilities to finish your program faster. You can finish in 12 months, just like another learner might finish in 12 months, even though they didn't need to take the business foundation course. So I hope that makes sense. And I want to add that we offer max tuition scheme here at Nexford, which means that you are never going to pay more than the average duration for any Nexford program. So for the MBA program, if the average duration is 18 months, you'll pay a monthly fixed tuition fee for the MBA program up to 18 months. If you take longer, if you take 19 months, 20 months, or 26 months, you're not going to pay any extra tuition. So, and you'll have extra time to complete, to pay any tuition that's due and so on. So that is one of the many ways we help our learners complete their program and manage the tuition fees. All right, I see a question here from Nelson. Is the study time fixed. The reason is I'm working on a rotation shift and I don't want to lose anything during my studies. That is a great question, Nelson. There are no fixed class times or study times. You can log in any time of the day, any time of the week to do your studying. I know learners that study only in the weekend and complete their projects on the weekend, so that's manageable too, or after working hours and so on. So you have full freedom to really manage your schedule. You'll also get assistance, of course, from success advisors. You can have dedicated sessions with them. They are also there to help you with goal setting and setting up your schedule. They can advise you. You'll see these sessions are quite comprehensive with success advisors, in that they specifically ask you how your schedule is like, what are your working hours, and they manage the time with you. They set up the schedule with you, and they advise you how to manage your studies at Nexford. So you'll have full support. So I hope you don't worry about that. I accidentally cleared a question here. Sorry about that. Somebody was asking about, where did I lose it? An anonymous attendee was asking if there are any physical centers in Nigeria. That's a great question. We do have a community space in Lagos, Nigeria. Everyone is welcome to visit. You have to register to visit the community space, where you can meet, members of Nexford University in the Nigeria team over there. There's a space where you can just, bring your online studies and study in that space. For example, you can ask questions and so on, but still learning at Nexford is 100% online. The community space is a great way to meet other learners and meet our Nigeria team. Anonymous attendees asking, please, is the end of the course assessment computer-based, multi-choice question, or long essay writing? I know that it varies from our programs. We have final projects, or what we call a capstone project. I am not too sure what form the last assignment or the last final project is going to be. I don't know if they're the same, to be honest, in every program, but any of our co-hosts today, if you have more information on this, that would be useful, Dr. Bill or Ifeanyi or Patricia. But I do think that it varies. I do recommend you can reach out to our team for further information, and we can check this for you and get back to you. All right, guys, I know this was a long webinar today. I thank all the attendees that have stayed on the call with us until now. We've kept about 40 attendees and then now 30, which is amazing. So thank you guys for your interest in Nexford University and for your fantastic questions. If you need further assistance, you can book a consultation call at nexforduniversity.com/NXU consult. You can also send us an email at help@nexford.edu. And of course, we're happy to chat with you further on WhatsApp. That's our WhatsApp number. Feel free to take a screenshot or jot it down. You can chat with us on WhatsApp and also even request a call from a Nexford Application Specialist for any further questions. And if we missed any questions, I do apologize, guys. This is our contact information, so you can reach out to us further. And again, thank you so much for your time. I also want to thank Dr. Bill and Ifeanyi and Patricia for taking this time out of your day today to speak with us and tell everybody more about the Nexford learning experience. So thank you, everybody, so much.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Bye.